My name is Dodo. I'm one of two dodos that are here today. My colleague is down there, but he doesn't really agree with what I had to say today, so he decided to go down on the street. He's not happy with the speech that we made. He thinks it's too political or too much like a protest. But it's not a protest. We're just here to ask people, what is the future of their city? Is this a city that is adventurous, or is it a city that's conservative? Is this a city that takes risks, or is it a city that sits back and waits? Is it a city that watches, or is it a city to be watched? We ask these questions all over the world where we go. And we're dodos, and there's only two of us left. And we don't want Rijeka to go the way of the dodo. We don't want you to become extinct. We want the city of Rijeka to think about its future and how it can embrace new ideas and how to adapt to change. So we're here to talk about that. We're here as a kind of reminder of what happens if you can't adapt to change. You'll end up like us.
Why did you decide to do the speech from the balcony?
It seemed like we wanted to talk to the public. We wanted to do it on the balcony here because of Radio Rijeke, which is a way of communicating to the public. We wanted people to see us, not, on TV, but on the street and out. And I always wanted to make a speech from a balcony. It feels very, it's the right way to do things.
So you've been asking questions to people from Rijeka for about a year now.
That's right.
Did you get any answers?
We got lots of answers, and I think one of the most interesting things here, like we hear in a lot of places, is that for every one idea you get, the next person you talk to will contradict it. But one of the strong messages we hear about Rijeka, and that gets repeated, is that Rijeka is progressive, that Rijeka is a city that takes risks. But we've also heard a lot of people say, I don't know if that's just a story we tell anymore, or if we really are risk takers and progressive. So I think that's the key question after this year, that we would ask back to Rijeka, like any city, like the places that we live. Are we just saying we're something, or are we really what we say we are? Or is it just a label or a story or a myth? Rijeka, to us, feels like a very energetic, creative city. And we hope that's really what it is. But like I said, we've heard lots of people ask, maybe we just say we are.
Okay, so do you have some kind of message or some kind of suggestion to Rijeka? What should we do in our future?
Well, I think it's always easy to come from outside and tell people what to do. But I can only speak from where I live. And I think one of the key things is people need to get involved. People need to stand up and express their ideas. People can't wait for somebody else to do it for them. You have to find the tools to get out and participate. And sometimes we rely too much on the city or institutions. We need to sort of take the action ourselves. And a lot of times it's the same where I live, where we talk a lot about money. It's like, well, if we had more money, we would do more. You can do a lot by working together, and it doesn't always have to, the money doesn't always have to be the barrier. We came here to meet people and to collaborate with people. We've learned a lot about Rijeka because people joined us and worked with us. And that's a really a good model, I think, for people, is to kind of stick together and work together.
Stasmo izgubili industriju simpia ladeka ibidženag na kantu dobrog duha ovga glada raksinu identitet turistiki nek drugi radna majesta 15,000 stanovenika veliki prostornik plodova u Luči pogled na katedralu Zivina Trapače čeleče zelene provazete centru grada tvornika Rikarpanečiki tvornika papira Prometheus de Luca Rijeka, Alexandra Mobobova, studenta Oknovinuju, Abidjanagu Centroglada. Centroglada?